Look at that.
I have time to drop my bags, or should
You
I just
do,
drop
you
them in
do.
here?
No,
I'll
we're-
just drop it here. Y'all wait.
Go ahead. Josh is here.
All right. It looks like online we have Andrew Chorney, Cheryl Hartman, Christina DeWar, Alicia Buckholt, Jackson Lee, who is also in person, Maddie Scott, Mike Tester, and MCAT. In 206, we have Commissioners Bureau, Slotnick, and Strohmeyer. Jacob Allison France. Jackson Lee. I'm just drawing a blank here. John Stegmeyer. Got it. Ann Hughes, just give me a minute. Brenda Davis, Annie Kathy, Chris Lounsbury, and Griffin Smith.
Thank you so much. Is there any public comment on items not on the agenda? Consent agenda, anything that needs to be taken out or discussed separately?
We approve the consent agenda. I'll second that.
Any further discussion or public comment? Okay, all in favor? All right. We only have. Who's that?
Good morning, Commissioners.
There's no mirror. There's no
You're
mirrors.
right.
I'm totally teasing you on. I know that's not what you meant.
But
This was-
Silas and Terry made it above the fold of the paper. I said.
They are above the fold.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I'm good on page 6. Yeah, I'm here today.
These old references. Does everybody get what that means?
You explain it to me.
Said the journalist, right? That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yes, so for today, I'm here with John Stegmeyer from the Missoula Mountain Bike Coalition, and we're requesting renewal of an MOA for Marshall Mountain that focuses on trail maintenance as well as construction activities up there. And the MOA is twofold. Missoula Mountain Bike Coalition, or the coalition, does a lot of great work for us up on the hill around maintenance of the existing trail system. They just had a dig day this week, which is their volunteer opportunities. So they bring a lot of community presence up to Marshall Mountain as well. And then the other piece we've been really focused on with the coalition being a driving force behind this, in addition to Friends of Marshall Mountain, is new trail construction up at Marshall. And so over the last year, there's been a lot of gains made at Marshall around beginner and adaptive friendly trails. For a long time, the trail system at Marshall lent itself to intermediate and advanced mountain biking. And I think there's been a lot of progress made on trying to round out the visitor experience up at Marshall and who can enjoy some recreation up on the hill. And I'm going to turn it over to John because he has an update on what they're doing this year around a hand-built technical trail that's in line with the Marshall Mountain Park master plan that will continue to allow for skills progression and new experiences up at Marshall.
Yeah, thanks, Jackson. Yeah, it's a great summary. Thank you guys for having me. And yeah, that's correct. Last year was our critical projects being how to get people easily up the hill. So a trail that was wide, lower angle, accommodates adaptive bikes, multi-use, and that's there on the screen. With that complete, as well as soon to come on in the lower left quadrant, a beginner-friendly bike trail. Now the hill, we've covered some of the facilities that we're missing to cater to new people, to kids, to folks on quad bikes, and that needed to happen first. As you guys have heard, we've talked about the emphasis on that, and so this year we want to shift to the upper quadrant and work on something for folks who have more mountain bike skill and are looking to progress. So analogous maybe would be a ski hill where you have bunny hill through black, double black diamond. And so this would be black, double black diamond kind of thing that won't be everybody's cup of tea, certainly, but there's
Now me and Strohmeyer will go there.
Jackson and I talked, and I wondered if there was a closet gravity-oriented mountain biker on the commission. Don't want to assume. But that,
Not me.
kidding aside, the thing that we don't have is our facilities like this. These are things that people are going to Whitefish, and they're going over to
Is this?
Idaho,
is
Kellogg,
this-
Idaho.
So is this the kind of thing where a person might travel from Ohio or upstate New York, like come all the way here just for?
I think what Josh, like what we would see is regionally people would come and say like, gosh, have you been to Marshall Mountain lately? They've added new trail and the mere mention of a new trail facility for mountain bikers, like, oh, I gotta go do the new trail. So I think regionally, definitely, but we already know, and Jackson would attest that once tourist season comes around, there are out-of-state plates up there all the time. Yeah. So I think it'll be kind of both. We'll continue to see people traveling through cross country. They'll look at their trails application, they'll see a ride area on there and they'll come into Missoula for that. And then we'll probably see a lot more regional traffic from around Montana and Spokane that will come over. So I think so. I mean, it's another great recreation amenity that people want, and it's of our interest as a mountain bike and trails association that we provide these things to not just have the availability, but to discourage people from trying to create their own things like this in a fast, unapproved, unsanctioned, hasty way.
Right. It's like
We have interest
we saw up at Deep Creek years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have interest in that. And Deep Creek is one thing where that's mostly private land where for decades, the landowner has chosen not to care, but our big concern is public land, namely Forest Service, where it's typically kids, young men who just need to have these challenges and go on, take it unto themselves to create it, and that we do not want. So there's a part of that that's here too, is just similar to the skate park or any of these facilities. Let's do it right.
Yeah.
And you guys can have something that actually is high quality to use. So there's a little bit of that in this.
Who's Bjorn?
Bjorn that's in honor of Big Sky Brewing founder, Bjorn.
Oh.
Yeah, his name is it's an Eastern European name that I have not heard, but that's in honor of him. He was major sponsor of that project.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Questions?
Oh, it's great. We got a little prepped on this the other day from Jackson.
Okay.
This isn't the first go round.
For sure.
I
Yeah.
know you've told me this, I've totally forgotten, but where's like can a helicopter land anywhere on Marshall?
Yeah, so we've had a good series of meetings with the emergency response community, including a site visit with Rural Fire, Life Flight Network, Messi, all those folks just about a month ago. And John was there as well, and we took time to go through the technical trail proposal. You'll see in this how it was framed is there's risk zones that align with emergency access. And so where we will have features are those areas where it's more approachable and accessible. And we're still working on with Life Flight Network, particularly on identifying helicopter zones in Marshall.
I don't know, where, are there power lines?
There's power lines at the base area, and then the other challenge would be the cable and towers going up. But mid-mountain, likely at the base area and mid-mountain would be the two main points for helicopter extraction. Yeah.
Great, thanks.
Yeah. The last piece I wanted to add, and John mentioned the trail development we've done over the last year, which is focused on beginner and adaptive use. And there's been a lot of conversation at Marshall around mountain bike use, but those trails also have multi-use applications. We're already seeing the main trail out of that package of trails constructed was a 3.5 mile multi-use trail at Marshall. And the running community in particular, with support and investment from Run Wild Missoula, is already making Marshall a place for running within our community.
And that's one way on bikes, so there isn't the
Yep.
conflict with bikes and peds.
Yeah, Josh. So bike uphill only on that trail. There's quite a few bike specific trails at Marshall, but in addition to the new multi-use trail, there's other multi-use trails that were part of the existing trail system. So there's loop opportunities and there's intro runs happening, and we're already seeing a change in our event dynamics at Marshall to have more running races or other opportunities that appeal to a larger audience in Missoula County.
That's fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You gotta make a. Have to make a motion here. All right, I would move the board approve the memorandum of agreement between Missoula County and Missoula Mountain Bike Coalition. Second.
Any further discussion?
Just add, we greatly appreciate the county's leadership here. The pace at which this moved has impressed people. There's a general
Great.
skepticism about local government and public lands.
They hadn't met Jackson.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just amazing when people come up to me and they don't follow our communications and will say, are these trails ever going to get built? And I say, yeah, in 2 weeks, we're starting, people are just blown away at the efficiency and
Great.
the delivery around the site from acquisition to a year later having new trails. So people are very
great.
happy. Yes.
And truly a result of these types of partnerships.
Partnerships, professionalism. So we are very, very appreciative and grateful for the county and for good staff.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for the partnership.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Correspondence? Discussion items? Okay.
Hey, the legislature's done?
I don't know. The what?
Thanks for coming all the way over, John.
Thank
Yeah.
you.